Right now, a lot of people in the United States are asking the same question. Is the country heading into a recession in 2026? With talks of slowing job growth, changing interest rates, and uncertainty in the markets, it's natural to feel concerned about what might happen next. In this video, we'll break down the current economic situation in simple and clear terms. We'll look at what a recession actually means, what signs to watch for, and how it could affect your job, your money, and your future plans. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of where the economy stands and what steps you can take to stay prepared. Let's start by understanding what a recession really is. Chapter 1. What is a recession? A recession is basically a period when the economy slows down significantly. During a recession, businesses make less money, people spend less, and unemployment usually rises. It's not just a small dip, it's a noticeable decline in economic activity that lasts for several months. The most common way to identify a recession is when the country's gross domestic product, or GDP, shrinks for 2 consecutive quarters. But economists also look at other signs like rising unemployment, falling consumer spending, and declining industrial production. Recessions are a normal part of the economic cycle. They have happened many times in American history, including the Great Depression in the 1930s, the 2008 financial crisis, and the short but sharp recession during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Understanding this helps us see that while recessions are painful, they are also temporary. Chapter 2. Current state of the U.S. economy in 2026. So, where does the U.S. economy stand right now in 2026? On one hand, inflation has come down from the high levels we saw in previous years. The Federal Reserve has been successful in cooling down price increases. On the other hand, the job market is starting to show signs of weakness. Hiring has slowed down in several sectors, and the unemployment rate has been gradually increasing. Consumer spending, which makes up a large part of the U.S. economy, is also showing mixed signals. While some people are still spending, others are becoming more cautious due to higher prices and economic uncertainty. Another important factor is interest rates. The Federal Reserve has been holding rates higher for longer to control inflation. While this helped bring inflation down, it has also made borrowing more expensive for businesses and individuals. This has affected everything from home loans to business investments. When we look at all these factors together, the picture becomes clearer. The U.S. economy is slowing down, but it has not yet entered a full recession. Chapter 3. Key warning signs of a recession. Economists and analysts look at several important indicators to predict whether a recession is coming. Let's go through some of the major warning signs. One of the most important signs is rising unemployment. When companies start laying off workers, it usually means they are expecting lower demand for their products and services. Another key indicator is the yield curve. When short-term interest rates become higher than long-term rates, it has historically been a strong predictor of recessions. Other warning signs include declining manufacturing activity, falling consumer confidence, and reduced business spending. Right now, in 2026, some of these indicators are flashing yellow, meaning caution is advised, even if a recession is not confirmed yet. It's also important to remember that no single indicator can perfectly predict a recession. Economists usually look at multiple signals together before making a clear judgment. Chapter 4. How a recession affects normal people. If a recession does happen, how would it affect everyday Americans? The most direct impact is usually on jobs. During a recession, companies often reduce hiring or lay off workers to cut costs. This can lead to higher unemployment and make it harder for people to find new jobs. A recession can also affect the housing market. Home prices may stop rising or even fall in some areas. At the same time, if interest rates are cut during a recession, mortgage rates could become lower, which might help some buyers. For people who invest in the stock market, recessions are usually difficult periods. Stock prices often fall as companies report lower profits. However, for long-term investors, these periods can also create buying opportunities. On a personal level, many people cut back on spending during uncertain times. They may delay big purchases like cars or vacations and focus more on saving money. This behavior, while understandable, can also slow down the economy further. Chapter 5. What should you do to prepare? Even if we don't know for sure whether a recession will happen in 2026, it's always smart to be prepared. Here are some practical steps you can take. First, focus on building an emergency fund if you don't already have one. Having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved can give you a safety net if you face job loss or unexpected expenses. Second, try to reduce high-interest debt, especially credit card debt. Lowering your debt burden can give you more financial flexibility during tough times. Third, review your investment portfolio. Make sure it matches your risk tolerance and long-term goals. Avoid making emotional decisions based on short-term market movements. Fourth, keep learning and improving your skills. In uncertain times, having in-demand skills can make you more valuable in the job market. And finally, stay informed but don't panic. Economic news can be overwhelming, but making calm and thoughtful decisions is usually better than reacting emotionally. So, is the US heading into a recession in 2026? The honest answer is that nobody knows for sure. There are warning signs, but the economy is also showing resilience in some areas. What we do know is that being prepared is always better than being surprised. Whether or not a recession happens, focusing on your financial foundation, saving, managing debt, and making smart long-term decisions will help you stay stronger in any economic environment. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel for more simple and clear explanations of finance and economic topics. In the comments, let me know, are you concerned about a possible recession, or do you think the economy will stay strong? I'll see you in the next video. Take care.